All right, folks, welcome back to Bones Backyard Homestead. Today's episode, we are working on an issue I have in the new garden. So, the new garden is right there. Only problem is the water is 110 feet away. I've tried running hoses and the dog chews them up. I run hoses, I try to bring them back. It's a pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is actually dig a trench all the way up, bury some PEX line, put a frost freeze spigot in right here at the where the gate's going to be at. Probably not going to build it properly because I don't want to go all the way down to the frost line. I'm not really after that part of it, so I'm going to get that done because the next project I want to do is actually up there at the house. I have to have this trench dug before I do that because what we're gonna do is the AC condenser right now is covered in bricks because the dogs keep on peeing on it and you don't want that. So we're gonna build a little fence around it, and when we build that fence we're going to do a 6.5 inch mow strip around it and make a little garden inside of there, and I'll show you why. So right now that's the AC condenser completely covered in bricks. There's a ton of bricks right there. That window right there is the window to that basement bathroom that I built. So what I'm gonna do is probably build a little 4 foot by 14 or maybe 5 foot by 14 area right here that's going to block the dogs off from the AC unit. I'll put like a gate in right here, and then all this area, for one, will hold soil up against the house, but for two, I'll be able to put a little garden in right there, probably like just smell good stuff, mint, spearmint, peppermint, maybe some lavender, just kind of like random smell good stuff. That way we can get that right by the bathroom and right by the house, smelling good. Not only that, but peppermint and spearmint are really good mice deterrents, so that's really good because there is a access point right there for now it's the fart fan, but it used to be the dryer vent, and I think that's where mice used to be able to get into. The ultimate plan later down the road, up against the fence there's going to be like a floating deck, and we're going to use these black totes as like hot tubs. Get like the propane instant water heaters, put that up there, have like a little floating deck with like a gazebo over it. That will probably stop sometime, probably right about where that log's at, and then we're going to redo the fireplace and use all the red brick from everywhere in the yard that I don't want it to be, and do like either like a semicircle or something around the fire pit. So that there's a lot of stuff that needs to get done, a lot of stuff that I want to get done. Will it get done right away? Who knows, probably not, because I still have to tear down the old chicken coops and the old netting, get rid of all that. So there's a lot to do, but for today we need to focus on one thing today. One thing we're going to focus on today is digging this trench. Trench is going to be from right here all the way up to the house. So we're going to get started on that, guys. It's all going to be time lapse, so enjoy the video. Alright folks, so that's the first 51 feet. It's dug about 6 to 8 inches deep. I put the red brick down. The reason why I put the red brick down is, for one, I got dogs that dig, and hopefully they'll hit the brick and stop digging. I've done it before in the past with my internet line, my cable line, and it works. They hit that brick, they stop, or at least when they hit the bricks, I see them hit the bricks and I can stop them. Either way, it works out for me. Put the bricks down and then covered up with dirt. So it's down there. That PEX, it's designed to freeze and expand and stuff like that, so I'm not too worried about it. As of right now, that first 51 feet is done. Now it's time to do the other 50 plus feet. I'm already exhausted. It's not easy. However, the second half is all yard. Shouldn't be really too many roots, maybe near this tree, because I will be digging on the other side of the sidewalk. I know you guys can't really see the sidewalk right now, but I'll be digging on the other side of the sidewalk where that string's at. And I'm just trying to keep it as straight as possible. That's why I put that string, that rope down. Again, I'm gonna put brick on top of it, so that'll allow me to find it anyways if I start digging or the dogs start digging. And yeah, so as of right now, here's the spigot. Haven't quite figured it out yet if I actually want to dig down and bury it. Obviously I can't put it right here because this is where the post is. There's actually I actually concreted this post in, so if I was to bury it, I'd move it out to this side of the bed and bury it down. I don't know, I'm debating still. I know I need to figure it out before I get all the way out here, because I'll have to figure out if I'm going to dig around the post. I'm going to get back in the shade. I'm taking a shade break. So, not much of a shade break, but a little bit of shade break. So yeah, that's how I'm working it. May not be right for you, but it works for me, and that's the way I'm doing it. So I'm gonna enjoy my break for a little bit longer, drink some more sweet tea, and add maybe a little bit more to the fire, and I'm gonna get back to work. So alright folks, wrapping up this video on the water line. So what I ended up doing, PEX is coming out here, got the short little flexible connector or whatever, but then I have like a quick release that I decided to put on here. That way later on, if we ever decide, well, I mean, we're going to regardless, I'm gonna have a hose up here at the house for watering the backyard right here, and the future garden that's going to be around the air conditioner here. So turn this on here real quick. So we got that line completely dug all the way out, right? Ended up putting the bricks down to prevent the dogs from digging into the water line. 110 feet out. And see, this is what I'm talking about right here. See, the dogs started digging and got to the brick and stopped. So perfect example of how that works out for me. So I'm gonna go back here real quick. Like I said, it's gonna work. It's amazing. Now what I ended up doing was I put this this frost, what is it called here? Basically it's a spigot, a frost spigot. Right now it's just kind of being held in with a screw going left to right. Still need to do a little backfilling, but what I ended up doing was I didn't have like peat gravel or anything with me. I ended up shoving a whole bunch of bricks down there. That way when the basically when the line is turned off, what happens is everything that's in there drains out through the bottom and down into that the brick area. I also ended up putting the quick release on this end, so I could literally sit here and do that right there, and then just bloop, turn on the water, and there we go. Now we have water back here at the garden. Put this quick release right back on real quick. So boom, just like that, quick release and good to go. I think I got another storm coming in here real quick, so I'm just gonna finish wrapping up this video, but we'll catch you guys on the next one when we're gonna start working on that fence around the AC unit and get that protected from the dogs. Catch you on the next episode.